Hey guys, that's right. It's your old pal, Surge Omicron. You know, the guy that everybody knows about, but nobody wants to know. Well, that's why I'm here today because, you know, I gotta tell you, sometimes I feel a little bit bad. You know, I kind of feel like an outcast. Yeah, you've heard me say it before. But, you know, and sometimes it brings a tear to my eye. Yeah, did you believe that? I didn't think so. But anyway, what we're going to talk about today is something that might bring a tear to your eyes and how you can take care of it, or, you know, at least mitigate the circumstances. You know, that means make it go easy on yourself. So, look what I have over here for us today. This is my onions, okay? And we're going to talk a little bit about onions because if you've ever watched any Surge Omicron video, like the one about the, you know, Tulips Taste Terrible, well, here's that video. You can check it out, you know, check the link, you know, there's the little thumbnail, and you go down below, you look, okay? And there's another video too, but we'll talk about that later. First of all, let's get into the onions. Now, onions, you cut into them and they're gonna make you cry. What are you gonna do about that, Serge? Tough up, babies. Don't be such a crybaby. No. Well, suppose you're only gonna use half an onion, not the whole onion, but if you're gonna use a whole onion, you cut it in half. Now, you're thinking, okay, I know how to cut it in half, Serge. So, you know, you just cut it right in half. That's the first mistake. You know, we're gonna give you 3 tips here today. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 tips about how to cut the onion. So let's just start off with the first one. First tip about storing the onions, okay? You know, I had them up there on the shelf. This one is fresh. This one's been there about maybe 10 days, 2 weeks. So you'll notice it's got, like now we got some scallions coming out again, all right? Not so bad. Anyway, let's talk about this one. We're gonna use it. So you gotta get yourself, number 2 tip, use a sharp knife. Don't use an old, flat, funky knife, because if you do, when the blade is not sharp and you cut into it, it's gonna make more of the gases that's gonna make you cry. Here's another tip. This is another bonus tip. It's just a knife tip. I know everybody has some of these things, these, you know, the serrated knife, the one that has the little toothies on it like this, you know, you see? When you cut into that, it's gonna make it spray out the oils and the things that are the esters, you know, not my cousin Esther, no. In that are in the onion, you know. So let's start off with the first tip. Let's get rid of the green stuff. There we go, we'll use it later. Now, when we cut, we're gonna cut right down through the middle, like this, from top to bottom, not side to side. And you wanna try and keep the part where the root is, you see? Because that's where it all holds. It all grows from the root. So if you keep that intact, guess what? Then you're gonna have a good time. And also when you cut it like that, then it's very easy, you see, to take care of the paper on the outside. Now this is not like the paper bag that you want to put over my head, but it's just as tough, okay? So we're gonna do that. Let's get rid of all this stuff because we're gonna cut on the board like that. Now, here we go. Here's the lesson. So, we're not gonna cut it. We're gonna make at least three cuts this way, horizontal. Now, I know you're thinking, Serge, I'm cutting into my fingers. We don't want to do that. So you just kind of keep it down here low and be careful. You gotta push it through a little bit. And I'm gonna make another one down here just like this to show you. See, just gonna work it through there so I don't cut myself. Because I tell you guys, these knives are sharp, okay? Now, I'm gonna take one last one. There we go, just like so. Now, I'm gonna come down to the top and make some slices this way. I'm not going all the way down into the bottom here. No, we're gonna just make some nice slices like this. Now, when you do it, and you've done it a little while, or you've been watching some cooking shows, now I'm just gonna come straight down through. Now, you throw your fingers, let me show you this way, see? Like this. Don't do it like this. I hate when you do that. Save the blood for Serge, okay? So here we go, cutting down like this. Notice the way I'm holding it like this. I'm not holding it like this or like this. No, use it, get some control, you know. In a life like ours where so many things are out of control because Surge Omicron is taking over the world, you know, okay, watch what you're doing. Then you gotta get it down to the end. You gotta work it out like this. Yeah, just like that. So, there you go. That is all you need to do. Now, here's another plan. You've got the onion diced up. Now you're gonna get something to put. Yeah, guess what? I got everything right here. I'm gonna put those onions in here. Now, when you see the guys doing this, they're scraping on the board with the knife. That's not good. This is a nice sharp knife, but guess what? The back works just as good. Yeah, look at that. Works just as good, and you don't mess up your sharp knife. So I'm just gonna corral it into here. Yeah. And you notice right now I'm not crying? That's a good thing, right? Okay, now you're gonna make that all go in there. Like so. Okay. Now that's it, right? No. Sir's always got another little tip for you. You know? Remember these green onions that we had here? Now look, here's what I got for us next. Here are some regular green onions. People like to call them scallions, the green onions, or like the big mama chives down here. Okay, look, here we go. Now, first thing you gotta do, let me take this out of the way. Yeah, that's better. Is I'm going to cut these little rooty, see these little rooty tips on them? Oh yeah, wherever you guys are. Look at that, those rooty tips. I'm making them in a little echelon, that's a little sideways. And I'm gonna cut those tips right off like that, okay? Bye-bye, we're not using you. Now, sometimes when you get these green onions, you know what? They're kind of thick. And then you're gonna hand them like a lot of big, funny slices of the white stuff. So I just take the knife like this, and a little ways up the stem, cut it right down the middle. Now you watch this. Now when I slice like so, you see where I'm going? You see where I'm going with this? Now they're in nice pieces. Like all these white ones are good, ready to go, and because that's the strongest part of the onion. Yeah, the white side. Then you're gonna get up in here, and I'm just gonna make nice little slices like this. You know, you can go a little faster. And remember that trick with the knuckles? Yeah, we're doing that. And you can just go as far as crazy as you want to go. Okay, that's good enough of that. So now we got those guys. And of course, we're gonna use the back of our knife. Yeah, that's how you do. Don't use the front of the knife. Gee, you work so hard to get it nice and sharp, you know? Oh, I can't believe it. Okay, so like that. Now, all right, there's our onions. And remember, I told you, one last little fun thing, you know, Serge just can't help himself. Sometimes I got to talk about the other video. This is the one called Surge on Rubel's Castle. And it's all the nice things you like to know about my Uncle Blackie, who invented the Black Plague. The Black Plague, yes, you know. And one of the things about the Black Plague, as opposed to, you know, my little Omicron virus, is the Black Plague. You got these black pustules. That's how you know you're gonna get it. And then there was no of this oxygen and the hospital and we'll see you bye-bye. No, you died in a week. But how you know you're gonna get it is when, you know, down here under the table, you will get these big pustules. They're called bulbos. And they were as big as an onion. Oh, imagine something like this down in your pants. I mean, you know, not in a good way. Anyway, any day you want to have a good laugh, check out a Surge Omicron video, because I like to make them for you, and I hope you like to watch them too. So, Rubel's Castle, you're going to see me do some funny stuff. And, no, not that kind of funny, but remember, tulip time, the tulips, but take a look at Rubel's Castle. That's the one where we're going to get down with Uncle Blackie. He did some fantastic stuff back in the Middle Ages, you know, with his Black Plague. I tell you, I'd say, what a guy, what a wonderful guy. So I hope you enjoyed a little Surge Omicron today and every day, because you know, I'm such an outcast. I can't come to you. What you do? Hey, I got it. Here's how we go. You subscribe to me, and I won't come to you. That's the promise, because on the Surge Omicron, you know, we're always talking about the 3 things not to do. If you want to, how does it go? Yeah, if you want to see your Surge Omicron, do these 3 things. Number one, no vaccine, no shot in the arm. Number 2, no booster. Don't go down there to the Walmarts and to the Kmarts and to the other drugstores to get your booster. And number 3, my favorite, hope it is yours too, no mask. All right? Until we meet again, and I hope we don't ever meet again, I loving you, Surge Omicron! Yeah! Let's go.